Hello friends, my name is Tukaram Dikshit. Today our topic is synchronization and domain thread. Today's date is 14th January 2022. Today's topic is synchronization and domain thread. In that, first one is in this today topic we are going to discuss about the synchronization and domain thread, but define, understand them. Firstly, we will know that what is thread, then what is domain thread, then synchronization. In that, first one is what is thread. Thread in Java programming language, the single thread in Java programming, the single thread is a smaller and lightweight unit of processing. Java uses three thread class to creating the thread. We have two types of threads. First one is user thread and second one is domain thread. Actually the user threads are high priority threads. That means the JVM will wait for user thread to compile it task. Then so it is high priority threads, while only while the domain thread are low priority threads, whose only role is to provide service to the user thread. Then since domain thread meant to serve the service services to user thread. That means the domain threads are only needed when user threads are running, and JVM will forces the domain thread and stop the and to stop once more user threads are finished with their execution. Then a direct thread. In that, in simple words, we can say that the domain threads are used for providing the services to the main thread, and the domain threads are running in the background. For example, like garbage collection, work like garbage collection work while user threads are running in background. Then next one is properties of domain thread. In that, first one is domain thread cannot prevent JVM from exiting when all user threads finish their task. Then second one is JVM runtime. JVM terminate itself when all user threads finish their execution. Then third one is domain thread always running in background, and fourth one is low priority thread. The next point is nature of domain thread. In that, by default the main thread is always non-domain thread. Remaining threads are domain threads. Actually the domain threads nature is inherits from parent to child. So this is way if the parent is domain, then the child thread is also domain. And if the parent thread is a non-domain, then the domain thread is also non-domain. Then thread is also non-domain. Method of domain thread. First one is wide set domain. This is the method to use our boolean statements. This is method is used to make a thread domain. Then for example, suppose live thread L1 of user thread, then T1. Suppose I have thread T1 of user, then the T1 set domain method will make it domain. And if I have true the thread, then calling test domain, then on false will makes in non-domain. Non-domain. In that, second one is domain method. This method is used to check if the current thread is domain thread or not. If the return true, then the thread is domain. If false, then the not domain thread is not domain. Then synchronization. Actually in the programming, the situation many times occurs where multiple threads can access the same recurses and finally produce the errors information results in the synchronization. Synchronization make sure the one thread can access the resources at the same time. So JVM provides a way to creating the threads as well as the synchronizing the them using synchronizer blocks by using the synchronizer keyword. Then why use synchronization? First one is yes, use synchronization uses to prevent the interference of threads. Then second one is to prevent concurrency problems. In that next one is types of synchronization. First, there are two types of synchronization. First one is process synchronization, and second one is thread synchronization. In that first one is process synchronization. The process is nothing but program under the execution, and the next one is it runs independently from the another process. Then next point is the resources like memory, CPU, etc. called etc. allocated to the processes. Then second type is thread synchronization. There are two types of thread synchronization. First one is exclusive, and the second one is inner thread communication. First one is mutual exclusive means mutual exclusive helps to keeping threads from interfering with the with one other another, right, sharing the data. It can be achieved by the three ways: by synchronizer method, second one is by synchronizer block, and third one is static synchronization. The second type of thread synchronization is inner thread communication. Thread communication cooperation communication is a communication of two or more threads. It can be achieved by using the three methods. First one is wait, second one is notify, and third one is notify all. Thank you.